What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You know, guys, the world is very, very interesting. And I want to talk about this interesting world in discussing New Jersey's Edna Mahan Correctional Facility. This is a all-women's prison in New Jersey. And it's quite a large facility. It houses 800 women. But in the last 5 years or so, they have been now housing transgender women. And for those of you who are not understanding of the term transgender, you have the cis now, which are women who were born naturally female, and then trans, that are quote unquote women who were born as men and have transitioned into women. Allegedly, however, there's been a problem at Edna Mahan because some of the women have come up pregnant. 2 female inmates. Now, the society is pushing something very interesting in today's world. And that is, from what I understand, cis and trans women are the same. We know this because now you have transgender women competing in sports, dominating over these cis women. You see these transgender women and now fighting things, against cis women, because these guys have these people, rather, we're talking about today, have male strength, and they're fighting against women who are naturally born women. And then also you have these transgender women who obviously still have male genitals. So much so that 2 women got pregnant. And sex was consensual. And I think that, I don't know, maybe they thought that the person that's transgender would not like women anymore. And that could be not the case. But obviously, when you're in prison, ain't got nothing better to do. Well, booty clapping sounds. And this is perfectly okay, it seems. Let's put the transgender women in the same prison with the cis women. And by the way, when there ain't nothing else to do, let's just screw and have kids. Imagine your child finding out who the father is. Well, wait, do I have 2 mommies, or do I have whatever the case? You understand what I'm saying? It's a interesting story. But here's the big take out of this, because really I don't give a damn. It's not my business. But I want to talk about how agendas can get passed if you have dedication and funding and people who are sympathetic to your needs. And I believe that Black people have a lot to learn from this. I mean, like, it's amazing. Literally, the narrative, if you stick behind what you're trying to get accomplished, you can literally get this sort of outcome. And for some people in the United States, they won't comment on it. They feel that this is absolutely ridiculous. The whole transgender thing in transgender women in sports and athletes, I've seen so many people complaining about that. Me personally, I have stayed out of that for many reasons. It's number one, it's not my business. I don't focus on transgender or cisgender athletes on my channels. It's not what I do. And for the powers that be, it's their problem. But I'm looking at the agendas. How are these agendas passed? How is power passed? And who dictates these things that we see today? And instead of looking at how you agree or disagree with what's going on, because I think if anybody who knows me, you know what I really feel. I'm looking at the power play. I'm only dealing with that. And the power play that this group has used to get far in America and for this to be okay ran to the perfect T. And the thing about it is the game is political. Everything is political. Who you know, what agendas you can finance. You don't even have to like the agendas. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. That's the beautiful part about all these things, right? It could be crazy. It could be, let's just say, lizards' rights. You could be like, lizards' rights? Yeah, so, like if you see a lizard and if you don't talk to it, you're going to jail. Imagine that. But if that is an agenda, and I know that sounds ridiculous, if it gets passed, well, it can get passed because somebody has an agenda and they can fund it and then they can change the narrative of what's going on now. Look at the cancel culture. Look at everything you see now. Somebody has come together and pushed this agenda and it works. And we are in our communities sitting back kind of twiddling our thumbs and stuff because we really don't know what we're looking for. We want these things, but when people ask us like, well, what do you want? I really don't know. And how do you plan to get there? I don't know that either. So then you don't know. You don't know. And then you wonder why our people don't have anything. It's because of that fundamentally. And then when you see other groups that have an agenda, it may take time, they're steadfast in it. They have people that will fund it. They will pull their money together. Just like you see immigrants do. I'm a customer of Bank of America. Bank of America was established by Italian immigrants. Okay. You see Irish people in the shipping yard businesses. You see people who can't get loans start credit unions. There's a good sized Ukrainian credit union in Citrus Heights in Sacramento, where I'm from. And then you saw our people as blacks talking about getting redlined, and then you never saw anything like that. And my question was why? Why not? Why don't you see your community developing in the same? And the thing about it is everything's political, and blacks have to come back and look at how do these things happen. Forget the fact that we don't even agree with what's going on. Why did it happen? How can we emulate how those things happen for our community? And that's the thing that we do. We see this and we're like, that's ridiculous. I don't understand. Like, forget the fact that it's ridiculous. We understand how you may feel. How did they do it? And then that's when you get silence. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first company at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.